There's been quite a few developments over the last 24 hours, guys. If I'm being honest with you, I'm just really sick and tired of Geoff trying to weasel his way out of every situation that he gets himself in, that he's always the victim. This man is always playing the victim when it comes to these types of situations. But first things first, before I dive into this whole story, a lot of you guys commented on my last video that Greg had a brain injury, and that's why he kept forgetting my name, and I was poking fun at him, and it wasn't nice because he actually had a brain injury. In fact, Greg himself reached out to me and told me, he said, I don't pretend, I was literally in a severe car accident and suffered brain damage. I've spoken about it, have PTSD from it. I was a passenger, driver flipped over guardrail 20 feet down below the highway. I can hardly repeat a sentence from memory. And I responded to Greg, I said, I didn't know that. Sorry to hear about the horrible accident. I'll clear that up in my next video. And that's what I'm doing right now. Because if he really did have a brain injury and I was making fun of him, that's a dick move on my end. So I'm sorry for poking fun at that. It doesn't mean that I agree with anything else that's happened over the course of the last few days. But this is a pretty serious thing. So sorry for poking fun at you, Greg. Now, the meat and potatoes of this video, and there's quite a few things we're going to talk about. The first thing is this. What came first, the chicken or the egg? And what I mean by that is, what came first? Geoff Nippard's apology 2 days ago, or the coming clean video from Hussein 1 day ago? Because if you go by this timeline, it looks like Geoff's apology came before the Hussein video, and he's basically saying that he thinks it's most likely a very stupid publicity stunt from Greg to keep people talking about this, right? So he's like backpedaling, trying to weasel his way out of this entire situation that he started, mind you, with the first video that he did. And we're going to talk about that in a second, okay? But because of this open line of communication that I do have with Greg and a few other people, I got a text message sent to me that I was given permission to show by Greg, by a mutual friend, and this is what Greg had to say about the apology that Geoff wrote. Now remember, Geoff wrote this apology because Greg posted this comment on my video a couple days ago that Hussein was actually going to come clean. And so Geoff wanted to try to get ahead of this whole situation. But before Geoff wrote his apology on his Instagram, this is what Greg said to my friend. He said, Geoff wrote me the morning of his post, the apology, and asked me if it was true because he had to put his reputation on the line, and if Hussein was not natural, that he had to redact his videos. So I told him, don't redact anything, and that we're posting a video tomorrow that 50% of the people, as soon as they watch a video and know that it's a joke. Basically saying, and you guys all saw the video that Hussein posted, where they were basically just gaslighting us even harder, you know, just kind of being very sarcastic and down-putting, you know, talking about Hussein's cycle and that, you know, he knew as soon as he started doing Instagram that 16 months later he was going to blow up. Like, it was just them kind of being dicks the whole time, right? Or it was supposed to be a joke. I think it kind of blew up in their face. But regardless, that's what they're talking about here. He said, Geoff then decided to post the comment anyways because he likely, in my opinion, didn't like all the hate that he was getting. And Geoff is getting a lot of hate, and rightfully so, and we'll talk about that in a second. I redacted some of the text here because my friend asked me to, but basically just showing, he said, Scott will talk about it, and I'll talk to him if you want me to. And then Greg says, sure. Also tell him again that I actually do have brain damage, so probably doesn't believe me when I wrote him, and that I didn't forget his name. So this all came out yesterday, and I was just trying to wrap my head around, because at this point, like, I guess who really cares when the apology came out that Geoff did, right? But to me, it goes a bit deeper than that, because this whole apology is like, Geoff is still saying that he still believes that Hussein could be a 100% lifetime natural lifter, as well as Julian, right? Like, he's saying he's sorry for what happened with Greg, but he still believes these guys could be 100%. And he says right here, this stuff really annoys me because it just further feeds into the idea that everyone is a fake natty, which may be closer to the truth than I realized, blah, 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 blah. And now I really regret including Hussein in my video. Again, he's backpedaling. He's trying to get himself out of this situation. Bro, you're the one that planned the entire video, flew everybody in, got a doctor, got all these people off the street to look at this cast of dudes to see whether or not they were, like, you started the whole thing. And there were so many red flags from the beginning that me personally, I would have not included Hussein and Julian in this video at all. Whether they're natural or not, whether they're lifetime natural or not, there's too many red flags where I would want to put my name on the line for them and include them in the video. But you wanted the views. You're seeing how much attention these guys are getting. It's Bradley Martin 2.0, and you wanted to tap into that attention. And my friend, you got the attention that you wanted. And this line right here is kind of what irks me the most about this whole situation.
Had their doubts. So what if I told you all of these people are actually natural?
So what if I told you all of these people are actually natural? There's kids watching these videos, Geoff, okay? And all the bullshit science and things that you go into, you should have known as someone who's been in this industry that for a very long time, the amount of red flags that are getting thrown up from these guys, this statement should have never happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that when she says that's crazy, to me what she's saying is you're full of shit, but you're filming me on set and I want to be nice, is basically what she's saying.
I'm gonna start working out too.
Do you believe me? It gets a little suspicious, you know, it's a little too much.
You know, and I have to give it up for this guy right here because at least he was the most honest. I'm sure if he was with his boys, he would have been like, yeah, right, dude, those guys are natural. No effing way. But he was nice here, so kudos to him. Now, there's this video I want you guys to watch from my friend Jeffrey Schoenfeld, okay? First of all, in his video, he's very biased. He's just talking about the facts, okay? He's not going at these guys as hot as I am, so I don't want you to think that when I'm showing you this information from his video, because I'm just cherry-picking a couple things from the video that I just want to show you. But if you want to watch the entire video, go to his channel. I'll post a link down in the info section below. But again, when it comes to red flags, how does Mr. Science Guy Geoff Nippard not realize what Jeff Schoenfeld is talking about right now? Mind you, this Geoff likes the other Geoff. Like, they like each other, so he's not picking on Nippard. He's just giving his opinion, but watch this part real quick.
Because most of your Instagram content is trash. And I scrolled all the way back through his Instagram, all 800 plus posts, and his initial journey wasn't really documented. You don't really see that initial 18 months. It's just the before, and then suddenly there's the after, and he grew gyno. Now, gyno doesn't always mean that someone's on drugs, but if you didn't have it before, and now you do, to me, that's a giant red flag.
And there's more red flags to talk about as well. Every other channel has covered the other red flags. I've covered the red flags. Gaining, you know, 35 to 40, up to 50 pounds of muscle in the first 18 months. It's just ludicrous, right? Like, again, the point being, whether or not we know these guys are 100% natural, we'll never know. Your best friends will lie to your face your entire life. You can bet your ass people on the internet trying to make money have no problem lying to you, okay? We will never know. But there are enough red flags that if you did any research on these guys, you would never include them in a video called How to Look Enhanced Without Steroids that you know gullible people are going to watch. That's the point I'm trying to make. And Geoff Schofield, I want to play this clip really quick because I just think it's really funny. And I put it on ×2, which makes it even funnier. So let me just play this really quick.
For example, here's Hussein's Instagram, and here's a post from yesterday. How's that coaching business going, bro? Look at the picture. Here's July 26th, July 20th, July 16th, July 4th, June 22nd, June 2nd, May 23rd, May 1st, April 26th, April 19th, April 7th, April 2nd, March 28th, March 12th, March 4th, February 7th, January 31st, January 27th, 23rd, 17th, January 3rd, December 28th, last year, December 25th, 18th, 13th, 8th, 3rd, November 30th, November 1st, October 14th, 12th, September 29th, September 23rd, 20th, May 14th, 2024. I skipped a bunch there. He's basically been posting the same video every week for over a year straight.
It plays much better when you fast forward it. And basically, like, these guys just reposting the same stuff over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And this has been called out too. And they're saying, okay, well, bro, if you look so amazing and you're natural, why are you just reposting the same photos? Why are you not taking new photos? Why are you not showing progression in the last, year or so with your physique? If you're so genetically blessed and you train so hard, you're doing everything right, why are you not showing progression and just reusing the same photos all the time? And that's the point that was being made here. Now, there's some other news that's going to be coming out probably tomorrow, and it's going to be a video dropped by my friend John Bravo Films. And it has to do with this situation that Geoff found himself in about 9 months ago, where he got choke slammed in the gym. Because apparently, according to John, this situation was also cherry-picked, and there's footage that Geoff didn't show you guys to make him look better in this situation, okay? Where apparently there was more instigating happening here than that was really put out on the internet for all of you to see. And so John is going to be dropping a video on that tomorrow. And again, guys, another situation of Geoff playing the victim card to get more attention, because that's what I believe he's doing here. He's playing the victim card. He knew it was a hoax. He knew the video was coming. He knew exactly what was going to be in the video, that Hussein was going to double down on being natural. So even though Geoff knew Hussein was going to double down on being natural anyways, he still went ahead and made this apology. And again, with all of the red flags surrounding just this one guy, why would you put him in a video called How to Look Enhanced Without Steroids? And that's the main issue here. It all starts with Geoff, all right? Whatever Greg did, whatever Hussein did, none of that would have happened if it wasn't for this video. It all starts with Geoff. So that's all I have to say on this subject. One final thing before I go. I've been posting my progress pics on YouTube. I just want to say thank you to all of you for all of the kind words. I've been busting my ass since February to try to get myself back down to how shredded I was in my 20s. We'll see if we can get there. And I've gone back to my old school routine. If you guys are looking for new workouts, just scan the QR code over here on the right or go to my website, muscularstrength.com. The program that I love to run the most is my 5-day bodybuilding split. And it's actually what I've been running for the last year or so. And I've been tweaking the program, and that's what I've been using. I've been using a tweaked version of this program, and I'm going to actually film it and finally put out a new program over the course of probably the next month or so. Some of the videos will be on YouTube, but the entire program will be on my website, muscularstrength.com. So if you guys want to check it out, make sure you go there. You can just scan the QR code and make some gains in the gym with the program that's kept simple, because at the end of the day, guys, it's simple that works. Simple doesn't keep you in the YouTube algorithm, because you can't just make up random exercises and workouts all the time and post that. But in terms of getting lifelong gains, simple works great.